Planes, trains, and automobiles, they're all efficient ways to get around. But in some parts of the world, people have to get creative to transport themselves from place to place. So I'm counting down 15 of the cheapest transportation methods on Earth. Starting with number 15, yak trains. So first off, let's consider one of the simplest yet most ingenious forms of cargo transport, the yak train. Now, unlike trucks, planes, or even boats, these hardy beasts of burden don't require fuel, maintenance, or even sophisticated logistics. They're living, breathing cargo carriers, making them one of the cheapest methods of transporting goods in some of the most challenging terrains on Earth. But the yak train isn't just a budget-friendly solution, it's a lifeline for communities in the Himalayas, steeped in history, culture, and tradition. The story of the yak train is as ancient as the Himalayas themselves. Yaks were first domesticated thousands of years ago by the people living in the high-altitude regions of Tibet and the surrounding areas. These back, which might include anything from food supplies to construction materials. And it's not just about the carrying capacity, it's about where they can carry that weight. Yaks are built for high-altitude travel, often navigating trails that climb over 18,000 feet above sea level. Their large lungs and efficient cardiovascular systems allow them to thrive in the thin air, where other animals or even humans would struggle. Number 14. Ropeway conveyors. So at first glance, the material ropeway might seem like a relic from a bygone era, a simple, almost quaint way to move cargo. The concept of using ropes to transport goods dates back centuries. The first recorded mechanical ropeway was designed in 1616 by the Croatian inventor Fausto Verenzio. However, the world's first cable car supported by multiple points wasn't built until 1644 by Adam Wiebe in Gdansk, Poland. Wiebe's creation was powered by horses and used to transport soil across rivers. Now, the ropeways are primarily used in industries where heavy, bulky materials need to be transported over long distances or even challenging terrain. This includes mining operations where they move ore, coal, or other minerals from mines to processing plants or ports. For instance, the Kristineberg-Boliden ropeway in Sweden, which was 60 miles long, once transported ore across vast stretches of forested land. But it's not just in mining that ropeways shine. They've been used to transport everything from cement and steel to agricultural products and even water in arid regions. In the United Kingdom, for example, the Claughton Aerial Ropeway, built in 1924, is still in operation today, transporting shale to the brickworks in Lancashire. Despite its age, this ropeway remains an efficient and cost-effective solution, slated to continue until 2036, when the shale is expected to run out. Number 13. A buhay karaton. At first glance, the buhay karaton may seem like nothing more than a humble pushcart. Also represent the Filipino trait of diskarte, or resourcefulness. Ball bearings salvaged from old machines become the wheels, while a three-wheel design compensates for the lack of a steering system. Despite its rudimentary construction, the karaton is incredibly versatile, serving as a mode of transportation, a tool for earning a living, a playground for children, and even a home. In the 1980s, and likely even earlier, karatons were a common sight on the streets of Metro Manila. They were typically used by scrap collectors who would push the carts down from dawn to dusk, collecting recyclable material to sell for a small profit. At night, these same carts would be parked in a quiet corner, providing a makeshift shelter for their owners. The roots of the karaton can be traced back to the Filipinos' nomadic past, long before the establishment of structured communities or barangays. In many ways, the karaton represented the last vestiges of that nomadic lifestyle, a mobile solution for a people constantly on the move. Over time, as Filipino society evolved, highways. Bamboo, a material that grows abundantly in these regions, offers a sustainable and creative solution for transport. Instead of relying on cumbersome boats or makeshift vehicles, locals have devised a method of using bamboo itself as a floating raft. This solution addresses both the transportation of bamboo and the inherent challenges posed by the natural environment. The process begins with cutting bamboo into uniform lengths. This raw material is then carefully fashioned into a raft. This construction involves laying the bamboo parallel to one another and binding them securely with ropes or vines. The raft is designed to be long and wide enough to accommodate a substantial amount of bamboo. Once assembled, the raft is maneuvered into the river with precision, and the raft's size can be so extensive that it may appear as a floating bridge. Once the raft is set afloat, navigating the river is a delicate operation. The raft has to be carefully steered along the river's path, avoiding any obstacles and ensuring that it follows the intended route. The potential hazards transportation itself. Bamboo is a renewable resource, and its use aligns with some sustainable practices. A large raft can carry a significant amount of bamboo, making the process more efficient compared to multiple smaller trips. Number 11. Bagasse trucks. In Pakistan, the sugarcane industry is a vital pillar of the local economy. This perennial crop, which thrives in the country's warm climate, is not only a key ingredient in traditional sweets and beverages, but also a crucial export commodity. However, the journey from the field to the factory produces more than just sugar. It also results in considerable amounts of waste. Enter the innovative solution of Pakistan's sugarcane waste harvesting trucks. Sugarcane is a tropical grass that, once harvested, undergoes a rigorous process to extract that sweet juice. This juice is then processed into sugar, ethanol, and other byproducts. However, the extraction process leaves behind a substantial amount of sugarcane waste, which includes the fibrous residue known as bagasse. Bagasse is the dry pulp remaining after the juice has been extracted and constitutes a significant portion of the post-harvest material. While modern machinery is often celebrated for its advancements, the sugarcane waste harvesting trucks of Pakistan are a shining example of how simplicity and ingenuity can create effective solutions. These trucks, which are essentially standard flatbed vehicles, are modified to handle the bulky and somewhat cumbersome sugarcane waste. The transformation begins with an addition of a makeshift mechanism in the truck bed. Crews use tarps and ropes to construct a giant makeshift container that lines the flatbed. This setup helps to hold and transport the sugarcane waste without the need for any specialized equipment. The unique aspect of this method is a human element involved in the process. Once the truck's bed is loaded with sugarcane waste, the crew climbs up onto the pile and begins the task of stamping down the mounds with their feet. This labor-intensive process serves a dual purpose. It compacts the waste, allowing for more simple motorcycles, small but mighty, that transform into a makeshift logging apparatus capable of handling enormous loads. Here's a closer look at how Indonesian loggers use this method to transport timber across some landscape. Indonesia's rainforests are a treasure trove of timber, providing resources for local construction, export, and various industries. However, the logistics of transporting large tree trunks from the forest to processing centers pose some challenges. In response, Indonesian loggers have adapted a creative solution that leverages the versatility of motorcycles, a common and affordable mode of transportation. The process begins with the selection and cutting down of large trees. Once the timber is ready for transport, loggers construct a makeshift apparatus using smaller branches and tree trunks. This framework is designed to hold the giant logs securely while they're being moved. Now, the motorcycles, often older models with basic features, are connected to the timber apparatus in a way that maximizes their pulling power. Typically, 2 to 4 motorcycles are used. Reindeer? So, when it comes to the lore of Santa Claus, one of the most fun aspects is the sleigh, pulled by a team of reindeer. But is this holiday tale steeped in reality? Well, reindeer, also known as caribou in North America, are among a unique deer species as one of the only ones to be domesticated. They've been part of human life since the Stone Age, primarily used for transportation and a source of food and materials. Their exceptional adaptations make them perfectly suited for the challenges of traversing snowy landscapes in the dead of winter. They can travel up to 3,000 miles annually, making them the longest migrating land mammals. This impressive stamina is complemented by their ability to cover up to 55 miles a day and reach speeds of up to 50 miles an hour. These characteristics would enable them to travel quickly, a critical asset for transporting cargo via wooden sleds. Now, reindeer thrive in the harsh Arctic environment where temperatures can plunge below -22 degrees Fahrenheit. Deer possess wide, crescent-shaped hooves that are perfect for walking on snow. These hooves function like natural shovels, enabling reindeer to dig through snow to find lichen, their primary food source in the winter. The hooves also provide stability and traction, preventing slips on icy surfaces. And in addition to their hooves, reindeer have specialized counter-current heat exchange systems in their nasal bones. This system recycles heat between arteries and veins, reducing the energy needed to warm blood as it circulates through the body. This adaptation is essential for conserving energy in the harsh Arctic conditions. Number 8. The Long John Bicycle. In a world of ever-evolving transportation technology, the Long John bicycle stands out as a classic, efficient, and economical solution for cargo transport. With a design that's as charming as it is practical, the Long John has been a beloved mode of transport for nearly a century. It's a distinctive cargo bike with a front-loading platform that traces configuration allows the bicycle to carry substantial loads up to about 220 pounds while maintaining balance. The linkage steering system connects the front wheel to the handlebars, ensuring that the steering remains responsive despite the added weight on the front. It was constructed from basic materials such as steel or aluminum and often featured a wooden or metal cargo platform. Despite the Danish origins, though, the Long John bicycle has found widespread use and adaptation across the world. In the Netherlands, where it's known as the Bakfiets, the Long John is a common sight in both urban and rural areas. Each adaptation of it reflects the local culture and needs of its users, from artisanal craftsmanship in European cities to practical modifications in Asian and American markets. The Long John knows no borders or boundaries. Moving on to number 7, the Moto Burrita. The Moto Burritas of Colombia are an amazing way to get from here to there. These makeshift rail vehicles combine motorcycles with wooden platforms on the rail tracks, providing the necessary thrust to move the vehicle forward. The wooden platform, which includes benches for passengers, is equipped with small train wheels that allow it to roll along the rails. With minimal rolling resistance between the motorcycle tire and the train wheels, these things can achieve speeds of 20 to 30 miles an hour even with a full load of passengers. Given their basic construction, though, they're easy to maintain. Repairs typically involve ensuring that the wheels are secure and functioning properly and perform some basic motorcycle upkeep. They operate on a roughly 4-mile line connecting the town of Cordoba to the village of San Cipriano, located within a nature preserve. Since there's no passing tracks, operators use phones and walkie-talkies to coordinate the movements of these things, ensuring that one vehicle travels in each direction at a time. The open design allows passengers to fully immerse themselves in the jungle surroundings, with the breeze, fruit scents, and bird songs enhancing the journey. However, safety considerations are pretty minimal, with no seatbacks or even restraints. Wood as the foundation, then combine it with wooden pallets and small but resilient metal wheels to form the structure. One of the standout features of these things are their rudimentary steering wheels, which operates it more like a reverse rudder. This simple mechanism allows for basic direction control, making it possible to navigate the carts with a degree of precision. They are an excellent example of how practical and creative designs can be. They're built for a specific purpose, transporting wood, and the carts are constructed to handle heavy loads associated with that function, with a design that emphasizes durability and strength. But one of the most intriguing aspects of these carts is their operational limitation. They only work downhill. This quirk is both a challenge and a feature. Its design is optimized for gravity to assist in transporting wood, making the carts really efficient on slopes. However, this also means that the carts must be carefully managed on flat or uphill surfaces. The sight of these wooden carts navigating the streets, so a form of transportation continues to glide smoothly across the surface: bamboo rafts. Bamboo is really well suited for raft construction due to its natural properties. It's lightweight yet incredibly strong, allowing the raft to float on water despite carrying significant loads. Bamboo's hollow structure gives it natural buoyancy, which helps keep the raft afloat even when heavily loaded. And additionally, bamboo is abundant and grows quickly, making it an eco-friendly and sustainable choice for raft construction. The history of it dates back thousands of years in China. Bamboo rafts were an essential part of life in ancient China, used for everything from fishing and transportation to commerce. They were prevalent along the Yangtze and Li rivers, where bamboo grew in abundance. The earliest records of bamboo rafts appear in ancient Chinese texts and paintings, highlighting their significance in daily life. Choosing bamboo for raft construction comes down to its properties. Its flexibility allows it to withstand the stresses of water movement without cracking or breaking. It's lightweight for wooden sleds. In the world of logging, where machinery and modern techniques often overshadow traditional methods, these French farmers stand as guardians of a technique that stood the test of time. When it comes to transporting logs down a hill, the farmers have devised a system that revolves around constructing a wooden track and using wooden sleds to navigate it. The process begins with the creation of the track, which is essentially a carefully constructed path made from timber. This track is built with a series of parallel wooden rails that guide the sleds as they carry the logs downhill. The track is definitely designed to accommodate the weight of these massive logs while minimizing friction and the impact on terrain. The sleds are crafted from sturdy wood and designed to hold a significant amount of timber. Now they're equipped with smooth, curved runners that glide along the wooden track, allowing for a relatively gentle descent. The sleds are then loaded with logs, and then the real work begins, guiding the sleds down the track. The track's got to be designed to navigate sharp curves and steep, arduous task of walking back up the hill. The return journey is a test of endurance and strength too. The climb requires significant physical stamina and resilience, and farmers got to contend with the incline and rugged terrain. Carrying tools and supplies while climbing back up adds to the physical demands. The farmer's strength and determination are crucial in completing the return journey, so I guess they got to make sure to bring their water. Number 3. Thailand's floating markets. Bangkok's klongs are not merely a scenic feature, they are critical components of the city's infrastructure. These canals snake through the low-lying areas of central Thailand. The scale of the klong network is staggering. By 2019, there were 1,682 klongs stretching over 1,600 miles. This expansive system has earned Bangkok the affectionate nickname of Venice of the East, capturing the essence of a city intertwined with its waterways. Navigating these things is both an art and a daily necessity. The canals crisscross the city in a complex web, creating a unique urban landscape where water transport plays a vital role in daily life. One of the most striking features here is their use as floating markets. These markets aren't just a tourist attraction, they are a functional aspect of local trade and commerce. Vendors set up their stalls on boats, selling everything from fresh produce and seafood to handicrafts and local delicacies. The narrowness of these klongs means that each boat is compact and a market stall, and the interaction between a vendor and customer is conducted over the water. This system allows for quick transfer of goods and helps to avoid the congestion often found on land routes. They represent a blend of traditional trade practices and modern commerce, showcasing the adaptability of local economic systems. They offer an alternative to Bangkok's often congested roadways, providing a faster and more scenic route through the city. Small boats and ferries navigate, transporting passengers and cargo alike, and this mode of transport is really valuable. Number 2. The Porters of Nepal. In the cold reaches of the Himalayas in Nepal, a unique group of individuals known as Sherpas play a critical role in the local economy. Sherpas, an ethnic group indigenous to the mountainous regions of Nepal, have become synonymous with strength, endurance, and resilience. Their primary role as porters involves transporting goods, supplies, and equipment through some of the most challenging terrain on Earth. Sherpas are renowned for their ability to carry loads that can often exceed their own body weight, a feat that is both physically demanding and essential for life in this high-altitude region they inhabit. On average, a Sherpa porter can carry up to 93% their body weight. This impressive capacity is achieved using a traditional basket called the doko, which rests against their back, with a strap running underneath the basket and across their forehead. This method allows the porter to distribute the weight efficiently, reducing any strain on the back and shoulders. The doko is complemented by living at these high altitudes. Sherpas have developed physiological traits that enhance their efficiency in low-oxygen environments. Studies, such as those conducted by Norman Helgund, reveal that Sherpas have a higher density of capillaries in their muscles and more efficient oxygen utilization compared to other populations. While modern machinery and technology could potentially replace manual labor, the unique blend of skill, adaptability, and local knowledge possessed by the Sherpas make them irreplaceable. Their ability to manage and transport heavy loads in such challenging conditions serves as a powerful reminder of the synergy between human capability and environmental adaptation. Number 1. Chukudu. Zipping around the streets of the Democratic Republic of Congo is the Chukudu. It's unlike anything seen in most parts of the world. It is a masterpiece of practicality, designed to carry heavy loads across challenging terrain without the need for fuel. The most common size measures about 6.5 feet in length, with an angled wooden frame as little as 3 hours using materials readily available. It features 2 small wheels, handlebars for steering, and a deck where the operator can rest one knee while propelling the vehicle with the other leg. Some Chukudus are even equipped with a rudimentary suspension system using metal springs or tensioned rubber bands to cushion the ride. It can be customized to carry a wide range of cargo. For example, some of them have a hole drilled in the middle of the deck where a stick can be inserted to secure firewood, while others are fitted with large baskets for transporting various goods. Driving one of them is a unique experience. When empty, the operator kneels on the deck and pushes the vehicle along with one foot, much like a kid on a kick scooter. When loaded, however, the driver stands behind the cargo using one foot against the back tire as a brake to control the descent on Goma's hilly terrain. The Chikudu's design, while straightforward, requires skill to maneuver, especially when navigating busy streets filled with pedestrians. Now, culturally, the Chikudu holds a special place in the hearts of the people of Goma.